Today, I'm back with another mega unboxing and review for you all. Today, I'm going to be showing off the new 4K release of Real Genius. So I'm going to open up this one to show you all what you can expect to find on the inside. Also go over what special features are available on the Blu-ray, plus give a quick little assessment on the quality of the 4K audio and visual presentation with this disc. Plus doing a quick little review on my overall thoughts of the movie, and then ultimately my recommendation on if this movie is worth the watch and your money. So let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the front cover first. Now, I really like the art design on this front cover. Got a cartoony feel to it. You can see a lot of the main characters there in cartoony form. Also, there's an important scene out of the movie right there. So after watching the movie, I actually appreciate this art design even a little bit more. It's just something unique. Fits perfect for the movie. I like it a lot. So let's get right over to the spine here. I like Real Genius in that cool font style. It's definitely nice and large, so you can see it on the shelf easily. So good looking spine there. And then of course you got the back that kind of gives the synopsis and then lists the special features. Now the special features on the Blu-ray, there isn't a whole ton there. You actually only get like one deleted scene and some raw takes. You get the TV version of the movie and then one commentary. So that's where this release could have definitely shined a little bit more, is packing in some new special features. I would have loved to seen some interviews, some featurettes, making ofs. I mean, just something more than what is given here. So pretty bare bones on the bonus features, unfortunately. Now, in terms of 4K, you're getting the HDR. You got the 4K disc, so you get that 4K sharpness and great coloring across it with HDR. Plus, you're getting a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. So it does sound really good. It does look really good as well. This movie came out in the 80s, 1985, but it feels like a 90s movie or maybe even an early 2000s movie with the 4K sharpness there. But it definitely makes the movie look a lot younger than what it actually is. So that's the magic of 4K, and this movie just does a great job with it. I mean, everything just pops really nicely. Everything's just very sharp quality. So I really like this one. Now, the sound, once again, is quite solid as well. And the music was fine for what it was. To me, it wasn't super memorable. So it wasn't like the best score ever or anything like that. But it fit the movie, so it worked just fine. But sounded good for having the Dolby Atmos track. Now let's take a look at the inside of this one before I give you my quick overall thoughts on the movie. So just opening this one up, we actually get a different design on here, which is awesome. So I believe this is like the classic poster artwork, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a really cool design as well. So I like how that looks different. So you get this classic poster artwork, which is nice. But then you also have the slipcover once again, which is really cool too. So you get it, it's different. I love that combination. I don't like when they do a slipcover that's exactly the same as what it looks on the inside. So many companies do that. I just don't like that. Glad these are very different, very unique from each other. So cool. Definitely adds to it. So really appreciate that. And then let's take a look on the inside. Let's see if there's anything special here. Now, the movie does come with a digital code, so that's always awesome. But let's take a look at the art on the disc. So on the disc, you got the 4K with, once again, that classic poster artwork. And then here you got the Blu-ray with basically a scene out of the movie. Really funny, important, crucial scene. So I like how the 4K Blu-ray discs are differentiated. You can tell them apart very easily. So really good design with the covers here. Really good design on the disc. I can't complain about that at all. Yeah, on the inside of the case itself would have been cool to get more of an artwork design. Yeah, but I mean the discs are great and the front covers were great. Sleeve was great. So I mean really everything, you know, can't complain too much about it. great with all the design here. Now, in terms of the movie, like I said, this is a movie that came out in 1985, so you're getting that 80s vibe kind of movie, but I really like movies out of the 80s. Now, I was expecting like a weird science kind of movie, and it's a little bit like that, but it is a much different style, so it's definitely not like a John Hughes movie. You can tell the difference here, but this is still a fun, solid movie. You basically have a group of geniuses at a college working on a project, and they don't really know at first what they're working on, exactly what the purpose is going to be used for, but the professor knows it's going to be used for a military application. And so yeah, that's basically the main idea. You get the new genius, that's like a young genius that gets admitted, and he is the one that's supposed to, you know, speed up this project, and everybody, you know, is kind of envious of him. The professor's excited about this new young genius going into work on the project. And then you got Val Kilmer here, who's really the standout role, who kind of becomes like a mentor towards that young genius. But Val Kilmer's character is definitely very smart in the movie, but also very wacky as well. But then also is like the genius that likes to party and have a good time. And that is just a great combination. So really a fantastic role from Val Kilmer when he was younger. And I think this is just one of his best roles because he shows so many different nuances to a personality of his character. It's not just one-sided. So I really like that performance there. It's so good. Very underrated. More people need to talk about Val Kilmer's performance in Real Genius. But yeah, you get a whole bunch of mixture of different genius characters in there. You got one that's kind of like the bully genius that is always messing with people and just is getting jealous of everybody. So he wants to ruin different things they're working on. And so it's a good dynamic. You get a lot of different personalities in there. So even though they're all smart because they're geniuses, they have different aspects to their personalities, and I think the movie showed that off perfectly. And it's not that long of a movie. It's an easy watch. It's like about an hour 45, so it's definitely just a casual, easy watch. Very fun movie. Very enjoyable if you like the 80s style kind of feel of movies. But the 4K does make it feel younger. Almost makes it feel like it's a 90s movie, but I enjoyed this one because I like that style of movies. You get some humor in there, there's some good comedic moments, and you know, you'd get that character development from a lot of the geniuses. So it's just kind of a fun, wacky tell of a movie. So yeah, there's some scenes in here that are just like, oh my goodness, what do these geniuses do now? So many sorts of shenanigans here. But it's a fun time, so I like the movie. If you like 80s style movies, I think you're going to like this one as well. If you're not a fan of 80s style movies though, like if you weren't a fan of some of those John Hughes movies like Weird Science and things like that, I don't know if this one's going to win you over because, you know, I think the John Hughes movies are a little bit better, like Next Level. But this one is still really good, even though, you know, it's not a John Hughes movie, but kind of in the same vein. But yeah, if you like that kind of style of movie, you're going to like this one. And so I do think this one is worth the price. A movie brandly new released the 4K, I believe was about 23 bucks or so. I'll throw the price up on the screen. But it wasn't very expensive. It wasn't 27 bucks, nothing like that. So for the price, I think it's worth it, especially because you get the really cool slipcover with it if you get it right away. And so I think it's definitely worth that price. Now, if you want to wait on it because it's a blind buy for you, when this one drops maybe $5-7 bucks to me, no brainer. Get this one into the collection if you're a fan of 80s movies. But yeah, just really enjoyed my time with Real Genius. I definitely want to watch it again. And that means, you know what? It was a pretty solid movie. So I'm a big fan of Real Genius, but now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen this movie before? Real Genius, were you a fan of it? What else would you compare this movie to? And if you haven't seen this movie now, are you intrigued to check this one out in the future? Or what are some other 80s kind of genius-y, science-y movies that you would recommend for everybody out there? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. And if you're visiting the channel for the very first time and you love collecting physical media and being part of this awesome league of mega film fans, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And if you enjoyed this physical media topic video, click another video to see more. Also like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.